Sassy Beats said she would be surprised if she did not reprise her Deadpool 2 role of Domino in the future films. That month, Reese and Wernick said they and Reynolds were taking a much-needed rest from Deadpool while waited to hear from Marvel Studios about the future of the franchise. They confirmed that another Deadpool films will be made, that it would be R-rated like the previous films, and that it would integrate the character of the MCU. Wernick stated that there was never a set pitch for a third Deadpool films between the exhaustion following the competition of Deadpool 2 and the announcement of Fox acquisition by Disney, with Reese adding that they know had to land on the right idea, and once we do, I think we'll be off to take races. The writer felt there would be more characters available in the MCU to act as foils for Deadpool compared to their restricted options among the characters that Fox had control over the previous films. At that time, Reynolds revealed that he was meeting with the Marvel Studios. In December, Reynolds confirmed that he and the whole team were actively developing a Deadpool film at Marvel Studios. During his meeting with studio, Reynolds urged Marvel Studios president Kevin Feige to include Wolverine in the films, but was told that this would not be possible. Throughout October 2020, Reynolds and Marvel Studios met with potential writers for the next Deadpool films. Wendy Molyneux and Lizzie Molyneux-Lajalin were hired to write the screenplay the next month. Reynolds and Marvel Studio felt the writer pitch was in line with their intention to film, which would remain R-rated. Reynolds and Marvel Studios were open to Leitch returning to the film, but he was not expected due to other comments throughout 2021 and was not involved in hiring writers. Leitch later confirmed that he had met with Marvel for the films, but both parties understood that scheduling and other commitments would prevent him from returning. In January 2021, Feige reaffirmed that the film would have an R rating and would be set in the MCU. Reynolds was supervising the scripting process at that time. Feige said would not be until after 2021 to Reynolds' busy schedule. He said Deadpool was a very different type of characters to have in the MCU. That July, Reynolds and Taika Waititi promoted their film Free Guy 2021 by appearing as Deadpool, Waititi's MCU character Kong, respectively, in a commercial for that film titled Deadpool and Korg React. Deadpool breaks the fourth wall and discussed joining the MCU with Kong in the commercial. The next month, Reynolds said he expected filming begun in 2022, which with Feige soon confirmed. Feige added the Marvel Studios had a release time frame in mind to the film. In November, Beats and Rob Delaney expressed interest in returning as their Deadpool 2 characters Domino and Peter, but Beats ultimately did not return for the third film. Also in November, Reynolds said they were plugging away at the film. Sean Levy was revealed to be directing the film in March 2022, having previously directed Reynolds in Free Guy and The Adam Project 2022. Levy said filming would not begin until after 2022 due to his busy schedule through the remainder of the year. At that time, Reynolds confirmed that his production company, Maximum Effort, would co-produce the film, and Reese and Wernick were hired to rewrite the screenplay. The pair said in June that they were excited to use elements of MCU as backdrop for the film, and said Disney and Marvel were supportive of the jokes about the MCU they were writing for Deadpool given the success of the previous films. They would not confirm whether they were starting from scratch on the script or just reworking the previous draft by the Molyneux sisters, and said answering this question could divulge plot details. Also in June, Raymond Chan was revealed to the production designer after previously working on Disney Plus MCU television series The Falcon and the Winter Soldier 2021. Feige said in July that the film will be elevated from the first two in the similar way to other third installment of MCU film series such as Captain America Civil War 2016, Thor Ragnarok 2017, and The Avengers Infinity War 2018. He added that it was fun to be working with Reynolds. After being content with his decision to retire as Wolverine for several years, Jackman had a change of heart in mid-August 2022 and decided a team-up film with Reynolds could be much fun. I'll probably have more fun on that movie than anything I've ever done. He contacted Reynolds about joining the films at the same time that Reynolds was preparing to have a meeting with Feige. Reynolds had continued to entertain the idea himself over the years. He announced in September that Jackman would return as Wolverine for Deadpool, which was set for release on September 6, 2024. Reynolds and Jackman soon clarified that the film would not interfere with events of Logan 2017, in which Wolverine dies, and would take place before that film. This was important to Jackman, who said the character's return would use a narrative device from Marvel Studio that allowed characters to move around timelines. He reacted out to Logan director James Mangold to inform him of the film's story and said Mangold was both enthusiastic about the idea and relieved that Logan would not be interfered with. Pre-production work had begun on October 2022 when filming was expected to begin in January 2023 in Vancouver. Before the film's release date was published back to November 8, 2024, Jackman indicated that the film may not be titled Deadpool 3. Reynolds referred to it as the Deadpool Wolverine film, and Jackman later referred to it as Wolverine and Deadpool. Reynolds said in November that filming will begin just before mid-2023. Levy confirmed in December that filming was set to begin in May 2023. He said developing the film was one of the most fun creative experience of his career. Citing the film's self-awareness, violence, and foul language, Levy said he did not want to alter the franchise DNA from the prior films and called the film raw, audacious, and very much R-rated. Comparing it to the Midnight Run 1988, 48 Hours, and Planes, Trains, and Automobiles 1987. By February 2023, Patrick Stewart, who portrayed Charles Xavier in X-Men film series and reprised the role in the MCU films Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness 2022, had been approached to potentially make an appearance in the film. Later that month, Emma Corrin joined the cast in a lead villain role. Marvel had been considering Corrin for the role since late 2022, but had to work through scheduling issues with their other commitments before they signed on. Corrin was cast after Levy saw their performance in stage production of Virginia Woolf's Orlando. Corrin was excited to play a villain in the film as they had not played many villainous roles before. Levy was revealed to be producing the film alongside Feige and Reynolds. Throughout his production company, Lapse Entertainment, and filming was set to take place in London. X-Men producer Lauren Schaller Donner was also a producer for the film, while Simon Kinberg served as an executive producer after producing previous Deadpool films and some of the X-Men films. Kinberg said the film's creative team cared deeply about Logan, Deadpool, and Wolverine, and said the film had been authored by Levy, Reynolds, and Feige. In March 2023, Jeff Snyder of Above the Line reported that the Time Variance Authority TVA, Mobius M. Mobius, portrayed by Owen Wilson, and Miss Minute, voiced by Tara Strong, from the MCU television series Loki 2021 to 2023, would be featured in the film. Later that month, Matthew McFadden joined the cast in an undisclosed role, which was described as a third wheel to Deadpool and Wolverine. Karen Sony and Leslie Uggams were set to reprise their roles as Dopefinder and Blind AI from the previous Deadpool films. Seb Wells was co-writing the script by then, after previously working on MCU miniseries She-Hulk, Attorney at Law 2022, and Marvel Zombies 2024, as well as the film The Marvels 2023. In early April, Morena Baccarin said she was on negotiations to reprise their Deadpool role as Vanessa, and she was confirmed to be cast later that month along with Stefan Kapisic returning to provide the voice of Colossus. The following month, Delaney was confirmed to be reprising his role as Peter from Deadpool